Hello and welcome to Ghost Theory. Last week we investigated quite a grand mock Tudor house on this very land. During that same night we noticed that there were buildings on the same land which were also abandoned, a part of the same estate, and we actually kind of had a look, but we decided that we wanted to come back. So 2 days ago, we decided to come back and get a few more shots of the house and the estate before it's gone. Only we came across people and they were kind of trashing the place, getting ready to demolish the place, so we couldn't get those shots. So being that it's probably one of our last chances to ever come here, we decided to come back at night and sneak through the woods again, and we've managed to get in.
This place is just never-ending jump scares.
This was really dark.
I get a much worse vibe from this place than I do the other one. We keep hearing massive thumps as if there's actually someone there demolishing it now, which is very annoying. But there's only one way to find out.
We walked about in the darkness for a while to see if anyone was there, seeing as we had just heard loud bangs. We wondered if the sounds were something to do with the demolition of the building. Oh wow. All the paintings on the ceiling.
Wow! That's astonishing.
That's a bloody big canoe.
Big bathtub and all. Reckon these are like sauna rooms and everything as well.
Yeah. There were actually two other buildings we noticed before, but it was the other house on the land that we decided to investigate this time.
I'm surprised this isn't already half gone.
Is that you just then?
Or was the rubber duck having a bath with someone else?
Why was that horrible?
Yeah. Okay, right, let's just actually look a little bit to see what could even be making noises right now, because we keep hearing all sorts of shit.
Is there a spirit in this house who wants to communicate?
I heard it
I heard that.
right next to me, but there's no window there.
You have a beautiful home. We're here to just try and make contact with you. There are some theories, but you can use our energy, or you can use the energy of the elements. Can you communicate with us through any of those? Are you able to copy this noise?
Oh. What is that then? If it's not up here and it's not down there. Just... no one's pulling any strings or something, can you...
Fuck!
There's a drawer there. Can you also close this?
That was quite astonishingly on time.
That was absolutely unbelievable. I mean, come on.
As cool as it is, it's still no proof of the paranormal, and still obviously being caused by the wind. So we decided to put an old towel in front of the door to try and stop that from happening. But we could still hear a door somewhere in the house slamming, but we didn't know which door it was and couldn't find it. So we decided to try and get to the bottom of that.
So, it's really annoying, and I almost don't want to say it.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, of course, and obviously, and you'd think we'd learn, but we came downstairs, collected the Sony camera, put it upstairs, just do like a reset, so we know it's the end of that section, start again. And when we picked up this camera, I was stood about there, you were stood at the bottom of the stairs, and we heard that banging again. Have been upstairs and no doors have shut. Literally none.
I have no
idea. The
idea.
towel is still in front of that. We've moved it a little bit so to make sure it definitely cannot move.
Yeah.
The other door was still open.
Where did the door slam from? Because it was upstairs.
But everything was exactly as it was. It's not like it slammed and then just opened a bit again or something. It's...
That's open now. Alright. Okay.
Maybe it's that one all along.
Maybe.
Well, that might be the one that I heard when I asked for the door to be closed again.
Yeah.
Or for the other door to close.
If there's a spirit with us, if you are upstairs, please can you make a sound? Can you slam one of the doors?
I'm wondering how much the wind is just destroying this investigation.
Absolutely, yeah. I think because the wind's picked up as well. I know we've secured the doors, but
now we've stopped the doors, there's not really anything happening.
yeah. The thing is, your adrenaline's always mad at first because you don't know the building as well. But there were some. The thing is, there were some sounds that it's obvious what that is, but there's been some sounds that.
Well, that weird.
Yeah. Is there a spirit here? Can you please use your voice or tell us where to go?
I'm probably not going to be here for much longer because my feet are soaking. Then we've got a long walk back.
Past another haunted house.
Yeah. This could be your last chance to speak to someone before the building's gone for good. In some respects, I'm hoping that there is no one here because it's a shit situation.
Yeah.
At this point, the investigation just kind of got to the point where we were forcing an investigation out of nothing. What we wanted to do was to get rid of the wind. Obviously, we can't really do that without a massive tent over the building or something, but we just couldn't get to the point where we could ever figure out if something was paranormal or the wind, because it can always be put down to the wind, so it just makes the whole video somewhat pointless. But we wanted to stay around just in case something else happened. Like you might get a voice in front of us, you might get the REM pod going off on command. There could have been so many different things that could have happened, but just didn't. So, I mean, at this point we just decided we should just leave, even though we did consider sticking around for a bit longer.
There was only really one strange thing that happened in this investigation when we look back at it, and that is that there was a door slamming in the house that we can find, but it has to be put down to bad weather. I think it's a shame because we'll never get the chance to investigate this place again due to demolishment, and it could be really haunted, So, yeah, it's a shame. I can't believe we actually stayed here more than the 5 minutes since we had the storm going off. I mean, it is kind of a stupid episode when we look back at it, but I think the thing with this is that in the back of our heads, it's like, is a storm going to cause paranormal? Well, kind of yes and no. Supposedly a storm gives paranormal energy, but it can't ever be sort of like proven that it's paranormal because it's windy and stormy. And I think the reason we did actually end up staying there that night longer is because it was quite a long way to that place, our last chance to do it. And also it wasn't actually that stormy, so we didn't really feel the storm as much as what the cameras could pick up. You could hear it on the cameras with the wind, that it seemed stronger than it was to us there. But yeah, it's a stupid episode really. We should have kind of just gone somewhere else. I mean, it's kind of like silly because it was stormy and we're looking paranormal, but there's wind and everything, and that's